You're listening to the Chic Code Podcast with Wirda Alyssa and Sophia Arissa. All things chic, candid, and comedy.
Hey girlies, welcome back to another episode of the Chic Code Podcast. A brand new day, a brand new episode from the Chic Code. Okay. So, hari ni.
Kau pergi ni Cringiest Things Unhinged kelakar-kelakar.
Okay. Cringiest things unhinged. Okay, audio guide, Sasway jingle please.
Sasway, sherita, Sasway, sherita, Sasway, sherita, Sasway, sherita, Sasway, sherita, Sasway, sherita, Sasway, sherita.
Yeah, we have Wirda Alyssa in the house and Sophia Arissa.
Woohoo!
And put your hands together for Mr. Audio. Right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much
How
for
are you
being
guys
here
today? Yes, correct.
Yep.
Siapa dari JB angkat tangan?
Orang-orang KL angkat tangan.
Orang-orang Kelate angkat tanganmu. Siapa orang
Siapa lagi?
Melaka?
Oh, orang Melaka. Sungai Udang.
Ampun. Tuanku beribu ampun.
Itu episod apa Kelakar siapa episod tu. That is one of the classic ones lah. Hey, okay. Oh yeah, this is funny Syah. This one folder. Okay. Cerita Sasway pada hari ni. Wida nak start dulu ke? Aku start dulu.
Okey lah, aku start dulu lah.
Okay.
Hai Wirda dan Sophia, hope you are doing well. Thank you sebab sudi baca story I. By the way, please keep me anonymous. Cerita ni jadi masa I last semester degree dulu. Sekarang tengah intern, tiba-tiba bosan dan rasa nak share pengalaman first date I dengan lelaki yang I kenal dekat Bumble, which is a dating app.
Okay.
I main dating app tu pun sebab bosan. It's okay.
Always.
It's okay, honey. It's okay. You want to find jodoh ke apa? It's okay. Just own it. Mana ada orang main dating app sebab bosan?
Tak, selalu nak macam validate dulu. Macam, I
Relax.
dating app sebab
Nobody's
I
judging you.
bosan sebenarnya.
I last time use dating app. It's fine. Relax.
It's okay, just own it.
Just own it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I main dating app tu pun sebab bosan dan cuba move on from my ex. Then first swipe terus match dengan seorang mamat ini.
Okay.
Mamat ni at first macam green flag. Gaya chat macam baik, educated, student juga, gym guy pula tu. Lepas minggu chat, dia cakap dia selesa dengan I dan nak bawa relationship ni ke next step.
Wow, on to the next level.
Tapi I macam ragu-ragu sebab yelah baru je kenal tiba-tiba nak ke next step. Jadi dia cakap, apa kata kita jumpa dulu? Tapi dia asyik desak I terima dia jadi boyfriend. Apa kau ni belum jumpa nak jadi boyfriend apa ke benda? Kan?
Tak masuk akal.
Tak masuk akal kau ni.
Lepas tu.
Sampai I rasa semak sikit. Okay? Last I setuju je untuk jumpa dia.
Okay.
Hari first date tu, dia datang ambil I dekat rumah sewa. By the way, dia siap tolong bukakan pintu kereta untuk I. Acah-acah gentleman lah kononnya. But I love that.
Yep.
I love that. Normalize that please.
Yes.
Man. Masuk je kereta, I terus rasa macam, kenapa ada bau kepam?
Alamak.
Macam bau peluh, bau ketiak campur semua sekali lah. Bila dia start bercakap pula, oh shit, I boleh bau nafas dia.
Oh shit. I hate that.
Masa tu I dah mula rasa tak selesa. And guys, I nampak ada karang gigi weh. Bila berjalan, sebelah dia pun masih boleh bau. Macam bau peluh kepam tau. Lagi satu benda yang I perasan, baju yang dia pakai masa date tu ialah baju yang sama dia selalu pakai dalam mirror selfie gym yang dia hantar dekat I sebelum ini. banyak kali juga I nampak dia pakai baju tu sebab dia cakap dia nampak smart dan sado bila pakai baju tu. Masa tu I dah terfikir, Mamat ni basuh baju ke tak sebenarnya?
Yeah.
Padahal dia dah siap plan the date, tempat makan semua, effort memang ada.
Yeah.
Tapi I memang tak selesa langsung. Jadi I bagi alasan nak balik sebab ada hal. Lepas sampai rumah, dia terus tanya I like desak-desak gitu, sama ada kita orang ni dah jadi pasangan kekasih ke.
Huh?
I terus cakap je lah, tak nak yelah, dan menyeksa hidung gitu. Tapi dia tak boleh terima. Dia cakap dia dah bagi effort, datang pick up, belanja makan, dah tak cukup, padahal tu just bare minimum kot. Dia tuduh I mainkan perasaan dia pula. Yelah, dah bau macam tu, mana maunya.
Tak nak maunya.
Sebenarnya, I tak sampai hati nak bagi tahu sebab sebenar.
Oh ya.
Takkan I nak cakap, sorry, I tak tahan bau you.
Oh,
Jadi I tipu je cakap yang I masih tak boleh move on daripada ex. Then guess what? Guess. Guess dia buat apa?
Is it because I smelly? No.
No. Mamat tu minta I bayar balik duit minyak dan duit makan. RM150 weh. Dia cakap I tak layak dapat effort macam tu daripada dia. Rejection, like, okay, the thing is, guys, men and women, we need to be okay with rejections.
Yeah.
We cannot be like a sore loser, you know.
This one ultimate sore loser lor. Ask
Yeah.
to refund back.
Yeah, the thing is, dating is like gambling. You don't know if you might score a good one or not. You get what I mean? That is the art of dating lah. So you don't know. So it's always a gamble. And sebelum kau pergi dating tu, kau berdoa lah kan macam, ya Allah, hopefully this guy is good. This guy is pious. This guy is good to parents. Gitu je lah. Kau can only hope for the best mah. You
Ya
cannot
Allah.
like macam, okay, kalau dia tak bagus, aku nak minta balik duit dia. Minta balik. It's not like that, what? You get what I mean? So,
anyway, it's just for food. Kau nak berkira sangat dengan makan dah kenapa?
and also a rejection is a redirection. It doesn't
Yes.
matter. It applies on relationships, work,
Jobs.
correct,
Yes.
friendships, ke apa.
Yes.
Rejection is always a redirection from God.
Yes,
It's
betul.
a way of God it's a way of how God macam nak show you macam like don't worry, Sophia, this is not for you, but I'll
Give you something
better
better.
in the future.
Yes.
Then you will understand why you get fired.
Yes.
You get what I mean?
Yes.
Or why this man is not for you. Contoh lah.
Betul. You can
Yeah.
make peace with that.
Correct.
Macam kau can make peace easily with things that you know comes in your way.
Correct.
Sebab it's okay. It's a form of redirection.
Correct.
Aku akan dapat yang lebih baik.
Betul.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for the guy yang macam kena rejected by this girl, don't worry. You get what I mean? Macam like, as long you are a good person, you know deep in your heart, you are a good person. Like, why? Like macam, my efforts ya, aku bukakan pintu kereta, aku belanja makan, blah blah blah. Tapi kenapa dia tak nak? Kau jangan sore loser. Kau macam, just anggap that ni bukan jodoh kau. Because if it's really your jodoh, this kind of rejection won't happen. What?
Yeah, correct.
Betul tak? Like,
Yeah.
just, you have to be positive and say, it's okay. The right one is there for me in the future. Don't worry. The right one is there for me in the future. You have to trust God's plan.
Yeah, betul. Sangat-sangat betul.
But at the same time, we also have to be very cautious with our grooming lah.
Betul.
Kan?
Jangan dilulu sangat Abib.
Kau, yelah, you can be the most like generous.
Yes.
Kau belanja ni, belanja tu, kau bukakan pintu kereta aku lah, kau
Yeah.
bukakan pintu rumah lah. You know, you can buka segala pintu that I have. But if your ketiak bau also like, get what I mean?
Yeah,
So
man.
sometimes also we have to like check lah. Must self check one. Macam like, oh, aku bau ketiak ke, aku cuci baju. Itu penting. Jangan lokek dengan laundry detergent. Aku selalu bilang my helper, jangan lokek-lokek dengan laundry detergent setitik-setitik. Mana maunya setitik boleh. Jangan. Aku paling tak suka baju kepam. So
Make sure
and
kering
I
betul.
love my laundry detergent. So
Yes.
aku always experiment with different brand. So jangan, aku cakap dengan Anissa, jangan lokek-lokek. Kau pakai je yang beli aku bukan kau.
Tak, exactly. Tak, dia tak nak cuci sebab he looks good in that baju. Kau faham tak?
Dah pakai cuci, besok boleh pakai lagi.
Dia malas.
Ataupun
laundry.
suka nak
Beli
lagi
banyak.
satu, macam Dexter Laboratory. Hari-hari kau pakai benda sama kan.
Favourite Norman Dexter.
Mana ada
Ada. Favourite dia.
Oh, YouTube.
Okay.
Okay. Lepas tu Lepas tu kalau kau jadi jatuh, kau dah belanja perempuan keluar dating and it doesn't work out, kau jangan minta balik. Itu buruk siku nama dia. It's such a bad trait. It looks bad on you, like macam you are so loser, you know.
In terms of everything lah kan. Kalau kau dah belanja kawan kau pun, kau tak akan minta balik apa.
Kau imagine macam so many friendship breakups we had, and kita as a friend kita selalu belanja lah kan. Kau kasih balik duit that time aku belanja kau bubble tea, cakap
Kan, like ya Allah, tolonglah rezeki. Just tak apalah, itu rezeki dia. Kau minta balik pula.
Okay. Lepas tu dia siap post story burukkan I, then dia siap DM kawan-kawan I, suruh nasihatkan I jangan main dating app kalau tak boleh move on dengan ex. Sedangkan I yang cuba jaga air muka dia dan tak bagi tahu sebab sebenar. Disebabkan I tak nak panjangkan cerita dan malas bergaduh, I transfer je dia duit tu, lepas tu terus block. Sampai sekarang I harap RM150 tu digunakan dengan sebaiknya. Mungkin untuk beli deodorant, perfume, atau pergi scaling gigi ke, atau beli baju baru ke, asyik pakai baju sama. At least ada juga manfaat duit I untuk masyarakat. Okay, tu je. Thank you Wida dan Sofia. Ya Allah, kelakar.
Kau ni. Okay. I cakap my ex busuk to his face. ... Okay. Hi Rita and Sophia, I love you girls so much. I'm currently binge listening to your podcast at night after work and while doing work. And here's a short entry yang I suddenly teringat bila I was dating my ex. I was listening to your episode 221 about lelaki busuk. So here it is. Masa zaman uni dulu, I ada kawan lelaki. Biasalah main-main gaduh. And then suddenly ada hati. I know the guy dah develop feelings to me and I as well. Tapi I tak nak dia sebab one reason. My best friend tanya I, kenapa you tak nak couple dengan Udin? Dua-dua dah suka sama suka. Dan I cakap lah, sebab dia ni busuk. And he's part of a friend group. But he's part of my friend group. But time kelas or makan, memang I avoid duduk sebelah dia sebab dia busuk. And it's because Malaysia kan panas. And everyday dia jalan from his hostel to class. Then my friend gelak lah, cakap benda tu boleh diperbaiki. Okay, long story short, I couple dengan dia. And then I cakap dengan dia that I will pick him up from his hostel with my car. Alang-alang kelas dah sama. Kuranglah sikit bau busuk tu. Jadi tak payah jalan lah babe. So tak berpeluh. Okay, one day I cakap lah dekat dia, kenapa I nak lambatkan nak couple dengan dia. Then I cakap lah yang dia ni busuk. Like macam a bit mean kan. Tapi dia cakap, he said after this he pakai deodorant. Okay lah, he's changing for me. But what I can't tahan is what he said after I cakap dia busuk. Imagine the situation macam gini You tahu tak, dulu I awal-awal tak nak couple dengan you sebab you busuk sih. Tapi after I pick you up from your hostel, you dah tak busuk dah. Lepas tu dia got so defensive. You tahu tak actually gigi you kuning?
So it became a war. Dia tak boleh terima, so dia attack kau balik.
Dia tak boleh. Bro, what the dia insecure ke apa? Bau badan boleh pakai minyak wangi and deodorant. Gigi aku bukannya kuning sangat. I tak buat whitening treatment and bukannya minum kopi. Ever since then, I dah start insecure with myself.
Pandai lah gitu.
Okay lah, maybe I had it coming sebab cakap dia busuk. But like, faham tak? Bukannya I tak jaga oral hygiene. Just tak putih je. We broke up a few years later and now I'm with my fiance yang memang jaga penampilan diri setiap hari, mandi, perfume diri sendiri, and he even brought me a Jean Paul Gaultier perfume. My fiance never cakap buruk about me and always hype me up, and that's why he's a fiance, unlike Udin yang jadi my ex. Okay, itu je. Just wanted to see your reaction when you read this. Love you girls. Dah jadi masalah kau pula gigi kau kuning.
Ya, so macam gitu.
Dia nak fair and square. Kau faham?
So laki-laki atau perempuan-perempuan yang tak boleh kena. So gitu je, nanti korang kena fight each other always.
Dia cakap dia, dia cakap dia,
cakap
dia cakap dia, dia cakap dia.
Sampai berjamil mampus.
Mampus. Ya betul. Okay.
Pilot curi telur mata aku.
Pasal. Okay.
Hey girlie, so ini ringkasan 3 times date with this guy yang kerja as a pilot.
Okay.
Dia number 1 Dia type, dia ada macam nombor.
Oh, okay, okay.
Nombor 1.
Okay.
Dia makan glojo. Nak dijadikan cerita, I was super hungry and nak makan nasi. Mind you, we did makan berapa kali je. I pula jenis perut gajah nak makan. Pagi tak makan, proceed lunch, makan sushi yang we share together, and petang we makan rojak buah.
Okay.
And semua tu share. And malam sah-sah lapar, I said to him, I was super hungry sebab tak makan nasi. And we berangan sebab tak makan nasi. And we berjalan banyak. And he agreed bila makanan sampai. And glojo gila dia makan, macam makan dengan anak setan yang kebulu.
Sialah description dia.
Banyak portion kedai tu bagi. And dia boleh habis macam tu je. Worst part is, lepas dia habis makan, dia tengok makanan I banyak lagi. So dia masukkan tangan dia, makan pakai tangan ya by the way, and took only 1 telur mata, my half of nasi. So I yang lapar ni macam mana? Kau
Dia macam aku.
trying to eat your food. So kau tengah macam, dia tangan dia claw machine. Ambil. Padahal
Aku akan sort je.
you know you could finish that rice.
Yup.
And you're still trying to eat your telur mata lembu.
Yup.
Tapi tangan dia suar claw machine. Ambil daripada kau.
Claw machine.
Claw machine.
Okay, then.
Sekejap
Then lepas tu?
Second date. Oh sorry. Okay. Second date. Pagi we breakfast and I ordered murtabak ayam.
Okay.
And dia makan nasi biryani ayam with full portion banjir macam nasi kandar.
Okay.
Bila dia habis makan, guess lah guys, dia nak murtabak aku juga. Pelahap.
Kasihan perempuan ni.
And half of my murtabak masuk dalam pinggan dia. Ya Allah.
Ya
Plus,
Allah.
dia layan macam matu. Malaysian animation. Weh, sampai sekarang aku benci Meka Mato sebab
Bukan
jantan ni.
Meka Mato kan?
Meka Mato.
Macam Mato. Meka Mato is a cartoon. Malaysian cartoon. Ya.
Oh,
Meka Mato. Okay. Then.
nombor 3. Dia paling worst lah dating dengan dia 2 hari semua saya yang provide. Pilot lah mana?
Pilot apa?
Tapi tak apalah, bukan selalu feed homeless people.
Allah.
Ambil lah experience buat charity program. Dia akan makan kalau I makan and ayat dia dekat I. Sebenarnya jarang makan sebab I jaga badan. Butuh. Dia cakap bukan aku Kalau tak ada duit cakap, tak payah bragging, cakap jaga badan sangat je.
Dia pilot ke bukan ni?
Tak tahulah. Nombor 4. I nak tunjuk screenshot untuk korang sebab funny gila. Sebab dia cakap dia pilot tapi English ke laut. Banyak je cerita sasui pasal lelaki ni, tapi ringkas je lah nak kasih sama-sama sakit kepala. And boleh tak bagi jawapan untuk I yang rasa I tak deserve to be loved sebab lelaki yang I jumpa semua sway. Thank you sebab baca my stories. I love you both, mummies.
Tengok. Aku rasa dia bukan pilot.
Aku rasa dia will. Okay, aku bacakan dia.
Okay. Dia jawab in English
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know. I think they were arguing because I tak tahu what language is this.
Okay.
I think Sabah
Okay.
or yeah. No comment dah. If you not love me, you just leave me ya Jak. If you don't like, jangan nak cari kesalahan for nak putus, but you can jujur diri if don't like. One more thing. If feel I never lie on you, but your rasa just like that, and I appreciate your effort for come to Kuching to meet me. I feel you hide something from me, but okay. It's okay. For now, no need play victim. Just be professional. Kawan kerja kena professional. You say that why you hide something from me. You say hide something but you a problem. If you don't like me, can say for what nak salah siapa-siapa and play victim.
Aku tak rasa entahlah. What say you? Sorry.
Aduh, kecoh.
Okay, aku ada satu ni. Ex-boyfriend setaraf airport security pass. Hello Wirda and Sophia. Love you from Malaysia. Thank you sebab jadi peneman setia setiap kali I drive. Please keep me anonymous. So, I nak cerita pasal ex-boyfriend I. Ex. Nanti kat hujung cerita, korang akan faham kenapa perkataan ex tu penting. Masa awal relationship dulu, langsung tak nampak sebarang red flag. Dia bayar bil setiap kali kita dating, sentiasa excited nak jumpa I, rajin buat plan walaupun kami long distance relationship. Setahun pertama memang smooth, tak gaduh, tak drama. Call pun sentiasa senyum sampai telinga. FYI, I ni memang jenis tudung kejap labur, kejap biasa. Memang macam tu dari sebelum kenal dia lagi. Lepas beberapa kali dating, dia mula tegur lah suruh I labuhkan tudung. I pun macam okey lah kot. Lepas tu satu hari, terdetik hati I nak pakai hand sock. Bila I tunjuk dekat dia, dia suka. I pun ingat dapat pujian je lah. Rupa-rupanya itu adalah permulaan kepada satu sistem pemerintahan baru. Esoknya bila I tak pakai hand sock, management baru dah take over.
Management
Dah tukar.
New management lah. New management.
Dia tak pakai hand sock the next day. Okay, terus kena marah. I macam, semalam you suka, hari ni dah jadi undang-undang negara.
This
girl funny. Untuk pendekkan cerita, makin lama I kenal dia, makin banyak rules yang akan muncul. Kadang-kadang I rasa ex-boyfriend I ni bukan boyfriend. Dia airport security yang terlepas kerja dan buat checkpoint dekat I. Peraturan rasmi yang telah diluluskan oleh pihak pengurusan beliau. Rule nombor 1. Wajib pakai hand sock. Tak kisah baju lengan panjang ke, pendek ke, kalau kena stroke haba pun pakai juga. At least mati tutup aurat, katanya. Rule nombor 2, dia letak aeroplane. Rule nombor 2, wajib pakai inner tudung yang tutup leher. Sebab kalau nampak leher, nanti lelaki lain boleh tergoda. I tak tahu leher I ni leher manusia atau magnet lelaki. Oh, okay. Rule nombor 3, tak boleh pakai tudung warna gelap. Kalau nak beli tudung baru pun nak kena dapat approval dulu. Kadang-kadang I rasa macam nak beli tudung ke nak submit proposal FYP. Rule nombor 4, wajib balik sebelum pukul 7 malam. Siap. Cinderella pun dapat sampai pukul 12 malam.
Betul.
I pukul 7 dah kena curfew.
Yeah. Lagi.
Rule nombor 5, kalau I cakap I nak keluar pukul 1 petang, I kena keluar pukul 1 petang. Tak boleh tukar plan.
Tak boleh.
Tak boleh delay.
Tak boleh last minute.
Tak boleh spontan. I tak tahu I ni girlfriend ke jadual ETS.
Tak boleh spontan.
Tak boleh spontan. Dia kena on the dot.
It disrupt another flight schedule. Kapal terbang lain nak berangkat, kau tak boleh tukar-tukar jadual.
Rule number 6, setiap kali nak keluar rumah wajib buat video outfit check. Lepas tu kena tunggu approval. Tunggu dia reply dulu. You outfit of the day. Tunggu dia reply.
Aku pernah sial. Aku pernah sial.
What the heck sia?
Like macam tengok outfit you.
Kena ambil video.
Asal t-shirt you macam low cut.
Alamak. Rabat.
Padahal tak. Padahal macam round neck je.
Gila orang-orang macam ni gila, kau tahu tak? Lepas tu kena tunggu approval. Macam nak lepas immigration. Kadang-kadang I rasa kalau nak pergi kedai depan rumah beli air pun nak kena hantar, Assalamualaikum, saya ingin memohon kebenaran anda untuk membeli teh ais. Bersama ini dilampirkan video outfit, lokasi semasa, anggaran waktu pulang dan sebab muasabab keluar rumah. Yang paling lawak, semua rules ni tak wujud pun masa awal bercinta. Masa tu semuanya okey. Masa tu I boleh pakai tudung sendiri, boleh pilih tudung sendiri, I boleh keluar tanpa hantar video. Masa tu I ingat I ada boyfriend. Rupa-rupanya I ada pegawai keselamatan lapangan terbang. Dan itulah sebabnya sekarang dia dah jadi ex. Sebab boarding pass ada tarikh luput. Sabar I pun sama. Thank you for listening to my vent. Puas sangat-sangat dapat share and hope you guys enjoy my story. So funny.
That's funny.
Rimas aku dengar cerita kau, Dik.
The fact that kena minta approval tau. Kalau dia tertidur, kau tunggu besok baru kau keluar lah. Kan? Baru dia kasih
Dia
lepas.
boleh ikut pula.
Okay, go. By the time kau dah another day kau dah tepungkan kat bilik, kau dah not going anywhere because
Kau pula
you
ikutkan.
asked for yesterday.
Kau pula ikutkan. Baca ni, babe. Dia beli bunga ni. Salah bunga. Baca. Aku belum baca, but I saw the picture, I laughed.
Hello ladies.
Yep.
Please keep me anonymous.
Alright.
Cerita dia begini. Our relationship baru je masuk 2 bulan.
Okay.
Dia tak pernah bagi gift kat I. Sebab I ni sejenis orang yang tak meminta.
Yelah.
Time ni birthday I nak dekat. So dia belikan early birthday gift. Okay?
Okay.
Dia text lah I yang dia nak hantar bunga. We laughing because we already know what bunga dia dapat. Okay, hold on guys. Okay, dia text lah yang dia ni nak hantar bunga. So I dengan excitednya lah tunggu dia bagi bunga depan pintu rumah I. Shoot, time dia sampai tu dah lah ding dong salah rumah, which is rumah jiran I kat sebelah. Like malu Syul. Tahu lah first time pergi rumah I. Tapi at least text lah kan dah sampai. Oh kan, depan pintu ke ni dengan confident ni dia pergi ting tong rumah orang. Nasib bila tak ada orang. Bila I keluar tu pun I cakap lah, salah rumah tu. Dia pun terkedik-kedik. Dia pun terkedik-kedik jalan pergi ke rumah, ke pagar rumah I. Time dia bagi bunga, I tengok lah dia bagi bunga apa. Sekalinya bunga India yang buat sembahyang tu, tapi bukan yang kantung. Dia macam bentuk bukit. Dia Melayu ya. Bila I cium tu, bau lah kan yang bau sembahyang tu kuat gila.
Jasmine.
Bau-bau.
Bau jasmine.
Yang macam kau pergi kedai India yang jual bunga-bunga kat luar tu.
Ya.
Itu yang ada yang garland.
Garland,
Tapi
yes.
dia beli yang bouquet punya.
Ada bukit.
Dia beli yang the bouquet punya. Okay. So bila I cium tu bau lah kan, yang bau tu sembayang kuat gila. I memang turn off terus. Syut dah lah wish birthday I salah tarikh. Memalukan, nasib our relationship tak last long. Masuk 4 bulan terus kita orang break. Dasar kelekut tai hidung. That's all from me. I attach gambar bunga tu, tapi I ambil dari Google lah sebab I dah delete gambar bunga yang dia bagi tu. Ya. Nanti garland pula. Nanti Kelantan.
Yelah sebab murah. Kau tahu bunga diorang jual kat tepi gitu. Dengar asalkan bunga.
Asalkan bunga. Abang kat luar sana, bunga tu sometimes it symbolizes things.
Yes, you
So
need to know.
For untuk perempuan yang you nak memikat, selalunya bagi bunga rose. That one any colour lah. Okay. Bunga sunflower is more like to friends.
Yes. Get well soon.
Like a friendly gesture.
Yes.
You get what I mean?
Kawan kau sakit, kau kasih bunga, beli sunflower.
Kau jangan like it's your friend. Kau tak nak kasih mixed signal, kau jangan kasih bunga ros. Bila kau tak ada niat nak macam melamarnya atau tak ada niat macam like kawan je, tapi kau belikan bunga ros. Kau beli macam friendly macam bunga lilies,
Yes.
sunflowers tu. Tapi kalau bunga ros tu memang wow, merah makna tu. Tu
betul.
means macam I am your secret admirer or I adore you.
Yes.
Get
betul.
well soon my love.
And expensive flowers actually. Bouquet all expensive. Yep. Title cerita dia, Uncrush My Crush.
Ayo.
Hi, Rida and Sophia. First of all, I just want to say I love your podcast so much. I literally listen to it while doing assignments, eating, before tidur, basically all the time. Ha ha ha. You both seriously feel like kakak I can gossip with. So when this happened, I really felt like I had to share it here. You guys can call me Mawar, not my real name. Okay, so last year I had the biggest crush on this guy from Instagram. He looked really good, nampak wangi, and had that aesthetic vibe. Basically my type lah. And every time he liked my story, I already got butterflies in my stomach. Then one day, out of nowhere, he asked me to hang out at the lake for a picnic. I was so happy gila. I was already thinking about outfit, tudung, makeup look, everything lah, because my crush actually asked me out kot. Mesti nak nampak super cantik. And at first, everything memang sweet. He brought snacks, drinks, and sandwiches. I was like, wow, okay, this guy actually prepared. Then suddenly, he asked me to stay quiet for a minute because he wanted to feel connected with nature. I thought, okay lah, maybe dia nak enjoy view je. Then this man suddenly started making bird sounds. Ni pigeon.
Kau kena faham dia like really into it.
Into nature. Kau faham
Yes,
tak?
so dia macam world kau.
Sepiji macam bunyi burung yang bila kita dah lambat nak pergi sekolah tu. Oh, aku tahu burung apa.
Burung apa?
The bird, right?
Yes.
Macam mana bunyi burung tu you? Tak, bukan. Sekejap, bird. Wait, they call it bird. Bird. I'm gonna find out what. Bird Singapore. Singapore banyak burung ni. Quail bird. Dia lah.
Oh my god, it's called memories.
Kau memory Okay, so at first slow je. Then lama-lama makin kuat sampai orang sekeliling pun start pandang pelik dah. Dia dah duk dia dah gitu.
It's a
makin
bird
kuat.
enthusiast
Dia
lah.
tengah panggil lah burung-burung tu semua.
Bird whisperer lah.
Ada budak kecil sebelah pun tengok dia macam dah tak betul. Macam I was really so awkward at that point. And then he smiled and whispered, I rasa nature likes me lah. But I already started to feel that something is off. But then it got worse. A few minutes later, he stood up and said, okay, now I nak tunjuk you a hidden talent.
Pula dah.
Okay. Before I could even react, he started jumping around the park macam katak.
Allahu Akbar.
Full on lompat katak with frog sounds and everything at the park, in the public.
Ya Allah, bunyi katak macam ni.
So dia dah start full on lompat katak with frog sounds and everything at the park in public. Macam mana bunyi katak, babe? Aunties jogging nearby were staring so hard and one uncle literally stopped cycling just to look. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Then he came back all sweaty and proudly said, gempak kan I? Okay.
Kan? Ya doh, I macam I feel connected to a reptile. I think I'm a frog yang in the past life.
At that point, my feelings just slowly hilang. After about 30 minutes, I made an excuse saying that my mom needed me at home and I left quickly. And when I got home, he texted me saying, I think we really connected today. Thanks to you, tau. Sir, the only thing connected was my embarrassment and fear. Lepas tu, I terus unfollow Instagram dia. Bukan apa, I takut dia ajak I jadi katak macam dia. Anyways, love you guys so much and I hope the story can make you laugh as much as it traumatized me. I hope your podcast keeps growing bigger because honestly, it makes so many people's day better. Thank you so much for sending this email. Ya Allah, tiba jadi katak pula, dah jadi ubet pula.
Pula very nature guy lah.
Ay.
Like we love a nature outdoorsy guy, tapi ini tak sup sangat. Sampai dia dah kotak katak si katak lompat
Lompat tinggi. Hey, ya Allah jadi katak.
jadi katak
Thank you so much guys for tuning into this episode. We hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.